Amy, let me tell you about a magical place that is so exactly designed to be enclosed space, year-round fun for the whole family that I bet you already know what I'm going to say before I even say the name. Let's say it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Great Wolf Lodge. You got it, Amy.
My kids loved Great Wolf Lodge when we went. You probably already know that it has a huge indoor water park with a wave pool, lazy river, a bunch of massive water slides. But then your pack can hit the other attractions because wait, there's more.
Great Wolf Lodge has adventure-packed attractions like Magi Quest, a live-action game kids can play throughout the lodge, plus the Northern Lights Arcade. Spent some quality time there, so your kid who loves the lazy river and your kid who loves fantasy games will both have a great time.
Great Wolf Lodge also offers great dining options and complimentary daily events like nightly dance parties, all under one roof. Unpack the car once and you're settled in to have fun. And with 22 lodges across the country, you're always a short drive away from adventure.
We've both had such great times at Great Wolf Lodge, so bring your pack together at a lodge near you. Learn more at greatwolf.com and strengthen the pack.
Welcome to Ask Amy from What Fresh Hell, laughing in the face of motherhood, solving your parenting dilemmas one question at a time. This week's question is from Yasmin. She says, I'm the mom of a 3.5-year-old only child, and I hate playing pretend. I understand that our parents didn't play with us. I understand that under normal circumstances, it isn't necessary for parents to play pretend with their kids. But I'm raising an only child in the midst of a pandemic where there aren't any other social outlets besides myself, and it makes me feel like I've entered into a bad improv class that I can't escape. Help. Yes, Yasmin, under normal circumstances, you can and should push back on the expectation of extremely intense parenting and that we have to play princesses 24/7. And we have an episode about that called Do We Really Have to Play with Our Kids? It's episode 105. I'm going to put the link in the show notes for this episode if you haven't listened. But you're right. This is a special situation. Right now is different. Right now, it's you or no one as a playmate. And sometimes the answer is going to be no one. It's okay to say no. Your child, I think, picks up on your resentment when you play in that like eye-rolling, toe-tapping kind of way. It's not ideal. And if you're really not in the headspace to do it at a given moment, I think sometimes no is better than that. Sometimes you have to say yes. When you do play, I have found that being truly engaged, like phone put down, not talking to the other adult in the room, not also stirring dinner, just completely sitting down and giving them your full undivided attention for 20 minutes is a lot better than the hour and a half of the sort of half paying attention way. And it reaps rewards that will last longer. You talked about hating playing pretend. I think that's fine. And don't own the guilt that you don't like it on top of not liking it. We're bad at playing pretend, adults. We're supposed to be bad at it. There's a fluidity of the narrative that doesn't make any sense. Like, wait, we were pirates and now we're dinosaurs and now we're trucks. Picasso talked about his whole life trying to get back to drawing like a kid draws. They're geniuses. They're accessing some part of their brains that we don't have anymore because we're grown-ups. It doesn't make any sense. So the confoundedness, the mind-numbingly either repetitive or nonsensical nature of it all is definitely something you need an outlet for. Talk to your friend about it, your mom, write it down, make a story out of it, put it on social media. It's not something you need to fix. I wonder if there's something else that you might enjoy doing that you can make part of your imaginative child's play. Like if you really like reading books, then read extra books. Get the books that are about the pirates and the dinosaurs. You can do this on the Kindle or order books through the mail right now since the library maybe isn't happening where you are. Lean into drawing monsters. Can you lean into making a princess dinner and a tea party, things like that when it's time to cook dinner and try to bring the kids' imagination into what you need to get done? It might work. Dr. Lawrence Cohen is a psychologist, and he's the author of the book Playful Parenting. He says that, yes, of course, it's possible to burn out quickly, but he argues that you burn out more quickly when you get over involved. So his suggestion when you do play with your kid is to meet your child on their level and engage as little as possible. Like truly exist with them, no phone in your hand, but really just watch, just mostly observe and resist the impulse that you might have, and certainly that your kid will have, that you have to do it too, that you have to be in it, that you have to do this. Like do as little as possible, but observe them. It helps make it a little bit less of a draining experience. When you can't play with your kid, I have a couple of suggestions. One is Cosmic Kids Yoga on YouTube. That woman is a genius of pretend play. And so she has yoga classes for like Moana and Lightning McQueen and whatever. So you could definitely find a yoga class that would probably appeal to whatever your kid's preferred pretend play is. Rotate the toys in your house like you were in actual preschool. Like put the play kitchen away for 3 weeks and then bring it back out and put it in a different place in the house where it used to be. Open books and leave them on a little blanket on the floor. Set up sort of traps for your child to sort of happen on. It's a little bit of work, yes, but it does reap rewards when they see the Legos in the bathtub or they see a toy that's familiar to them, but they haven't seen it in a couple of weeks in a new environment. You can usually get some dedicated play out of that. If you have an hourglass or a time timer, which you can get on Amazon, both of those are sort of visual representations that you can give your kid to say, Mommy's going to work until this timer runs out, until all the sand is in the bottom of the hourglass, and then I will play Pirates for 20 minutes with you. If you've got a spouse or a partner, Yasmin, just make sure that they're doing their share. Even during the evenings, the weekends, we used to think of these times as like family time. It's quality time. We have to be together. Not right now. We don't. It's a pandemic. We're all getting lots of together time. Make sure that the spouse, even if your kid is in an only mommy phase, make sure your partner is doing their share too. This will end. Not just the pandemic, but your kid wanting to play Lightning McQueen all the time, it will also end. And I'm not going to say, oh, you'll miss it and you look back. You might not. You'll be very happy when it's over, just like the pandemic. But this is temporary. It is the season you're in. And I hope that perspective helps you get through this too. Send us your parenting questions, everyone. We might answer yours next. You can send us a message on Facebook or Instagram or email us questions at whatfreshhellpodcast.com. Thanks for listening.
Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why customers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.